Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we're diving into something a little cheesy. Literally. While we all love our go-to cheeses like cheddar, mozzarella, and brie, there are a ton of underrated cheeses that deserve your attention. From nutty and tangy to creamy and crumbly, these hidden gems will take your cheese game to the next level. So grab your favorite cracker or slice of bread, and let's explore some of the most underrated cheeses that deserve a place on your charcuterie board. First up is Gouda, but not just any Gouda. Let's talk about aged Gouda. Now we all know the mild, smooth version, but when you age it, it transforms into something truly spectacular. It's nutty, it has these delicious caramel notes, and it gets those little crunchy bits of protein crystals. It's a total flavor explosion. It pairs perfectly with a rich red wine or even a nice pear, and yet, it often gets overlooked for more popular cheeses. Honestly, if you haven't tried aged Gouda, you're missing out. It's like the cheese version of a fine wine. Next, let's talk about Comte, basically France's answer to Gruyere, but with its own unique twist. This cheese is made in the Jura region, and it has this amazing depth of flavor. It's a little nutty, a little sweet, with hints of roasted hazelnut and even a slight fruity note. It's perfect on its own, but also works great in a fondue. Comte has all the right qualities to be as popular as Gruyere, but somehow it doesn't get the fame it deserves. You can't go wrong with Comte. Whether you're making a croquet monsieur or just snacking on it with some grapes, it's a cheese that never disappoints. Now let's head to Spain with Manchego. It's a sheep's milk cheese that's rich, slightly tangy, and just has the right amount of savory bite. Manchego is typically aged anywhere from 3 to 12 months, and as it ages, it gets firmer and more complex. It's the perfect cheese to pair with Spanish quince paste, or just eat on its own with a glass of sherry. Manchego often gets overshadowed by other famous cheeses like Iberico, but it's truly a masterpiece of Spanish cheesemaking. The flavor profile is absolutely mouth-watering. If you're a fan of stinky cheese, then Taleggio is your new best friend. This Italian cheese is creamy, tangy, and packed with flavor, with just the right amount of funk. It has a strong aroma, but once you get past the smell, the taste is wonderfully smooth and mild with earthy, buttery notes. Taleggio is perfect on a pizza or melted on a grilled cheese sandwich. Don't let the aroma scare you away, it's definitely worth the try. Let's shift gears to something a bit more crumbly, cotija. This Mexican cheese often gets compared to feta, but it has its own distinct flavor. It's salty, crumbly, and packed with umami. Cotija is usually sprinkled on top of tacos, enchiladas, and salads, but I think it deserves a bigger role in your cooking. Imagine adding this to your pasta or roasted vegetables for a salty punch of flavor. Seriously, don't sleep on cotija. Asiago is another cheese that often flies under the radar. Aged Asiago has this wonderful sharp flavor that's a mix of Parmesan and aged Gouda. It's incredibly versatile, perfect for grating over pasta or melting on sandwiches. And the best part, it gets more complex as it ages. If you love Parm but want something a little more interesting, Asiago is your go-to. Okay, last but not least, we have Beehive cheese, a unique artisan cheese that's flavored with a variety of interesting ingredients. One of my favorites is the lavender honey version, which combines sharp cheese with the subtle sweetness of honey and a fragrant hint of lavender. It's a little bit floral, a little sweet, and entirely addicting. Whether you go for the lavender honey or any of their other flavors, Beehive cheese is a fun and flavorful way to spice up your cheese platter. So there you have it, 7 underrated cheeses that you absolutely need to try. Whether you're into creamy, crumbly, tangy, or nutty, these cheeses will add some serious flavor to your cheese board, sandwiches, and recipes. Don't just stick to the basics. Explore these hidden gems and elevate your cheese experience. If you've tried any of these cheeses or have other underrated favorites, drop a comment below and let me know. And as always, if you enjoyed this cheesy adventure, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more tasty content. See you next time. Thanks for watching, and remember, cheese is always a good idea.